Mr. Smith was a bitter teacher. He had been teaching for over 20 years, and over the years, he had grown increasingly frustrated with his job. He had always been a serious person, taking everything in life seriously. He never laughed, never joked, and never smiled. One day, after yet another bad day in class, Mr. Smith was assigned to detention duty. He wasn't looking forward to it, but he knew he had to do it. He was assigned a group of 10 children, all of whom had been misbehaving in class. As soon as the children arrived, Mr. Smith began to bark orders at them. He was determined to keep them in line and to show them who was in charge. But as the hours passed, Mr. Smith began to notice something strange. The children didn't seem to be intimidated by him at all. They laughed, joked and didn't take him seriously. At first, Mr. Smith was annoyed by their behavior, but as time went on, he began to relax. He started to realize that he had been taking life too seriously. He had been so focused on his job that he had forgotten how to have fun. As the hours passed, the children began to open up to Mr. Smith. They shared stories about their lives, their struggles, and their dreams. Mr. Smith listened intently, and as he did, he began to feel a sense of connection with them. For the first time in a long time, Mr. Smith laughed. He told jokes, shared stories, and even sang a song with the children. He discovered his inner child, the one he had buried deep inside himself for so long. As the day came to an end, Mr. Smith felt different. He had a new perspective on life. He realized that he had been so caught up in being a serious adult that he had forgotten to enjoy life. He had been so focused on his job that he had forgotten to connect with the people around him. The next day, Mr. Smith returned to his classroom with a new attitude. He smiled at his students, made jokes, and even laughed at their jokes. He found that he was more connected with his students than he had ever been before. From that day on, Mr. Smith made a conscious effort to let go of his seriousness and to embrace life. He realized that life is short, and that we should enjoy it while we can. He discovered that having fun is not a waste of time, but rather a way to achieve more in life. And he knew that he had the children in detention to thank for helping him discover his inner child.